Unlock your potential today at skillbakery.com.
We'll now be exploring reducer composition for scalable state management. As our Redux app grows, managing a single large reducer becomes difficult. To keep it scalable and maintainable, we break it into smaller reducers that manage specific slices of state. Let's go ahead and understand what exactly reducer composition is. Reducer composition means breaking down a larger reducer into smaller reducers, each managing a part of the state. So why we should be using reducer composition? First of all, it keeps reducers modular and reusable. It improves readability and maintainability. It allows each reducer to handle a specific part of the state, and it enables easier debugging and testing. Now over here, the first step is to make use of reducer composition with the arrays. And if you look closely over here, the to-do slice.js file that we have state set as an array. So each element is a to-do object, and each to-do is updated independently using map method, and it avoids mutating the original state using the spread operator. Now, in order to understand it better, let's go ahead and create another file. Let's call it as theme slice. So here we have to-do slice, and now I'm going to create another file called theme slice, and here we'll be understanding reducer composition with objects. So here in our theme slice.js file, you can see that we are handling only theme state, dark mode separately, and we are making use of toggle theme action to flip the theme, and this makes it reusable if we add more theme related features later. Now let's go ahead and save this and combine these two. Now that we have multiple reducers like to-do slice and theme slice, we can combine them into one root reducer. So here, if I open up my store.js file, and here we have our configure store. We have already imported to-do reducer from to-do slice. We can go ahead and import theme reducer from theme slice. Now, inside this reducer, earlier we had to-do's reducer. Now we will also include one more. Let's call it as theme, and here I'll specify theme reducer. So we now have a store with two reducers, and we are exporting the store. But the key point over here is that we are making use of configure store, which automatically combines reducers. So here, if you notice, we now have two things, to-dos and theme, and they are basically managed separately. Now, let's go ahead and update our app.js file to explore these reducers that we have created. So here, we already have imported our toggle to-do. This time, we'll be importing toggle theme. Now, inside our app.js file, we'll now use the dark mode. So here, we'll have our constant defined for dark mode, and we are saying use selector state.theme.dark mode. So you can obviously observe over here that for to-dos we have a different state.todos, and for theme we have a different state.theme. Now what we'll do is, in order to implement this dark mode, we'll just update the root div with text align center padding 20 pixels background. Here you can see we are making use of dark mode, and when it's dark, we'll choose the color black, otherwise white, and then here also the color is set to white and black. So we have two color changes, one for the background and one for the foreground. Now, the to-do list we've already explored in our previous lecture, and this time we have also incorporated our theme, and here we'll have our button included, which will toggle the theme. So if you now notice, we are using use selector, which gets state.todos and state.theme. And then we have our use dispatch, which dispatches add to do, toggle to do, and toggle theme. So Redux state is updated dynamically when a to-do is added or completed, and toggle theme changes the app background color dynamically. Let's go ahead and now run the application. So here I'll launch my terminal, type npm start, press enter, and this is how the initial page is looking. Let's click on toggle theme, and there you go. You now have a black background, and if I click on toggle theme again, we are now setting it to white. The to-do list is also working fine. If I click on this, it gets completed, and if I click again, it's marked as incomplete.
If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.